them Cowboys! Yeah!
Hello, everybody. Agree to disagree. Back on your airways, televisions, TV speakers, headphones, tablets, whatever the hell you can watch or listen to this on. I am one of your hosts, Trey Green, joined by my co-host, my dad. Go ahead.
Lee Green, shout out to Nonchalant.
Nice jacket.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice
Check
jacket.
out nonchalant.com. Get your merch.
Get your merch, yes.
That's right. Definitely a winner's apparel because I'm about to kick some ass.
I'm like LeVar Ball, Dad. I ain't never lost. All right, I'm gonna tell you straight like that. All right. I ain't never lost. Today we got a packed show for you. All right. We coming with the Joker. He does it again with his career high 19 assists. Matthew Stafford may be out of LA, and how there's no loyalty or no love in sports today.
Yep.
So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do this, baby. Let's do this.
Let's get it.
All right, starting with number one. Last night against the Pacers, Nikola Jokic dominated yet again. 18 points, a career high 19 assists, and 9 rebounds in a 125-116 win against Indiana. Denver is now second in the West, and the Joker is averaging a crazy 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists on the season. Is the Joker closing in for his 4th MVP this year over SGA, Dad? Go ahead.
No, I still got SGA first. I got Joker second. And what I did mention the last time, so my number 3 is Giannis and Giannis can't pronounce his last name and whatever.
How is your boy SGA yesterday gave up a 25-point lead to and got swatted to lose the game, right?
Absolutely.
That happened.
I did see that, yeah.
And while that was happening, my guy, Joker, 4th MVP, was putting up a career high 19 assists. I mean, it's the Pacers, but a career high 19 assists in Indiana.
Thank you. Still, like you said, it's the Pacers. SGA stats, what is it, like 25, 26 consecutive 20-point games or 50, some ridiculous number on a team. I cannot help but emphasize this fact. You don't know 3 to 4 players on the Oklahoma City Thunder. You do, but your average person doesn't. The average person, when you come watch the OKC Thunder, the person you come to see, number one, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's the other thing about it. His name is not even fucking spectacular. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a small market name in a small market town putting up big numbers.
Look, if he wins this year, it's just because it's his turn. That stat line I just called for joke is insane. It's kind of ironic. He averaging a triple-double, and his teammate is Russell Westbrook, who is right? Only other person outside of Oscar to average a triple-double.
Yeah.
But this man going crazy. That's a 7-footer doing that. That's
that.
No athleticism, slow feet, can't jump over a phone. And giving y'all bits.
You don't even realize he has it because it's so boring.
It's not boring, no. I mean, yeah, he not doing no spectacular athlete. I think that's the problem here. Everybody don't want to talk about Joker because he don't want to talk, man. Let's have this conversation. Joker is doing something that we ain't never seen before. Okay,
from a 7-footer.
7-footer, yes, because we got Russ for sure. But the 7-footer aspect, I think, adds a dynamic to it because he's taller than Russ. He's stronger than Russ, so he can do things that Russ can't necessarily do. I know UC is a better passer, got better IQ, can score better than Russ. He's doing this at a crazy clip. I think he's shooting like 50-some% from the field and upper 30s from 3. And Russ, my dude, I love Russ. Russ could never.
When it comes down to MVP voting, the fact that OKC has ascended to the top team in the West right now, even though they're still young, it all attributes to what SGA is doing as a player. He is the glue. He is the mixer. He is the dude. He sets the tone. He creates the tone. He finishes the tone.
I don't disagree with that part, but I don't think he's been more. See, and then we can have this conversation about the valuable thing. I don't think he's more valuable to his team than Joker at all. You say we don't know 4 players on the Thunder. Yeah. Name 4 players outside of Joker and Jamal Murray on the Thunder. I mean, on the
Chris Baum, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., and Russell Westbrook.
You can. The average player can. I bet the average player don't even know who Christian Bond is. And the only reason they know Aaron Gordon is because of that daggone dunk contest. I bet they don't even know he plays for the Nuggets. My point is, what is that team doing? That's a bunch of, respectfully, role players. That's a bunch of, they don't got no stars on that team. Jamal Murray is Mr. Playoffs, I would say. But in the regular season, that nigga nowhere to be found.
Okay, so the same thing with OKC. It's SG and a bunch of role players. Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams. Give me somebody else.
I like Jalen Williams. He was just an all-star.
But he's not marketable. He's not somebody you're going to come to.
That's only because of his name.
He's overshadowed by the MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I think that's unfair.
And I agree. In a way, I agree with you. It is his turn. So it's going to come down to the two of them. They're going to give it to SGA because Joker's had it 3 times.
Because he's had it 3 times.
Right. Even though his stats are insane, unheard of.
This dude's going crazy. Like it's crazy to watch because I remember I'm a huge First Thing First fan, and Nick Wright used to rip him to shreds. And all the things he used to say don't exist now. Go ahead.
But it's also the norm. And that's why he won't get the MVP. You used to seeing that. It's just like LeBron. The reason why LeBron won't get an MVP is because you used to seeing what he does. It's the norm now. It's not normal for OKC. And that's why he'll get the MVP.
It's not normal now. All right. I'm not gonna concede that. I just don't want, I hate the it's his turn argument.
Oh, I agree with you.
You're right with the LeBron thing. Again, we ain't the biggest LeBron fans, but to call a spade, the man should have like at least 6, 7, 8 MVPs, just as far as value. You know what I mean? Just as far as value. There's a lot of teams he played on, especially in Cleveland, where the second time in Cleveland, where that team don't go without him. And I think it's the same thing with Joker. Regardless of who you put on a team, whether it's Jamal Murray, Russell Westbrook, or in LeBron's case, whether it was Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving, so forth and so on, LeBron James and Nikola Jokic are the reason why those teams go.
Well, I mean, I do agree that he should have got it over Derrick Rose that year. I think he had a better year than that.
That 2011 year? Shout out D-Rose.
But again, who meant more to their team at that time? It was
D-Rose.
So
you know what? It's funny you say that because that actually fits in with your SGA argument because with D-Rose, we hadn't seen prominence in Chicago since Jordan. It was a great story. But that just meant it was his turn, man. Get this. You know whose turn it is? Jason Tatum. We're going to get back to that. I don't understand why. I don't understand why he's not even in the conversation. You came up with a third and picked the wrong green. What?
Giannis' stats is unbelievable. Giannis is rebounding. Giannis is scoring. Giannis is a tone setter. I mean, without Giannis, Milwaukee's Milwaukee. Okay? It's just fucking Milwaukee. Boston is traditional. Boston is, I mean, don't get me wrong. Jason Tatum is a really good player.
Just a really good
top 7.
Top 7?
Top 7, yeah. Top 7.
Top 3.
Even top 3. Even on a given night, on any given night, he's not even a top player on his team.
Dad, please stop with the nonsense.
It's not. I mean, I've seen stats where Jaylen Brown has scored more than him in a game. I've seen stats where Kristaps Porzingis has scored more than him in a game. I've seen stats on certain nights where even Pritchard may come off the bench and drop a 20 on you. They have a Derek White, good teammate.
You know what I can rely on Jason Tatum to do that I can't rely on any of them else to do? Outside of Derek White, if his scoring isn't going, I can rely on him to assist the ball, rebound the ball, play defense, and do literally everything else. Jaylen Brown, although he's a good defender, ain't a playmaker, ain't a rebounder like that. So if he's not scoring and he's not defending, what the hell is Jaylen Brown doing for me?
You count on Jason Tatum to do the little things.
I can count on Jason Tatum to do it all on the court, which is an MVP.
You see that? You see how I did that punt for LMA? The little things.
Oh my goodness. But it's bringing it back to the original topic. Joker is on a tear this year. I hear you about the SGA thing.
I love Joker. I love watching him play. I watched him the other night. I seen how LA took him out of the game. Yeah, LA killed them. That was a good game for Luka. Good game for LeBron. Good game for the Lakers in
That
general.
was a tough game for the Nuggets for
The
sure.
Nuggets,
They did take
yeah.
him out.
They took him out. They trapped them. They
Which
did
is
everything.
kind
They
of
brought in
wild to think they couldn't do
Vanderbilt.
that with AD.
Because you got two guys controlling the ball who are superstars in Luka and LeBron, whereas AD needs the ball. He doesn't have it in his hand. So
No, I got you. He not dribbling it
you
up
got
the
two guys
floor.
with the ball in their hand, right? And now you got Vanderbilt who's willing to sacrifice. He played some dirty shit, but he got a lot of calls.
He could have helped. Hey, he could have helped definitely in those two playoff series against Denver before when they were using
Right.
Rory Hachimura to guard Joker. It should have
Right.
been Jared Vanderbilt. He's just hurt.
Should have
So
been.
I'm sure that was definitely a big help.
Yeah, I mean, is it probably a one of one for them? I don't think they could beat Denver in the playoffs.
No.
They just had a bad night. But yeah, good game for Luka. Happy for him. Good game for LeBron. Happy for him.
Yeah.
And for the
But to
Lakers,
follow that up, you get, like I said yesterday, you get the Thunder blowing that 25-point lead. Look, it's the
16
NBA.
nothing.
Look, it's the NBA. Shit happens. I'm not even
Yeah.
trying to make a big deal out of it. I'm just saying
Right.
to follow it up like that, we got that Jokic performance, and then to follow it up with the SGA performance yesterday. Look, man, it's gonna be a tight race. I think we can both agree on that. I think we will see. I'm going with Joker at the end of the day. That's who I'm going to stand on. It's kind of crazy to think this dude who treats the NBA like a part-time job is really one of the greatest NBA players of all time. And I think it just takes a minute for people to get on that bandwagon.
So is he above Shaq now?
Oh yeah, he's been above Shaq for me.
Okay.
I like Shaq, don't get me wrong, but he just does more on the court for Shaq. Shaq was just straight dominance. He's the most dominant player we've ever seen for sure because he's just pure power, pure muscle.
Yeah.
You not keeping him out the paint. But Joker can shoot, Joker can pass, Joker can rebound as well as Yoke. He just don't play the defense that Shaq do.
He controls the game, right?
Yeah, he controls the game way better than Shaq ever could. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's been above Shaq for me. I think Joker is reaching that plateau. If he gets another MVP, he's reaching that upper echelon because I think you can start comparing him.
All-time greatest center?
All-time greatest for sure.
Yeah.
It's him or Hakeem. Because depending on if you want to put people can. I'm not saying he shouldn't be in it. I just think people tend to keep Wilt, Bill Russell.
100 points in a game.
No, for sure. They just keep them in a separate box. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I think they keep Oscar, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, and Jerry West. I think they keep the four of them in their own little box, that pre-merger or 60s basketball, and then we go on from there. I think his only competition would be like if one or two more MVPs and another championship, or one more MVP and another championship for sure. His only competition is Hakeem.
Elijah one?
Yeah.
What about David Robinson?
Didn't win enough.
He scored 73 points in a game.
What that mean? That was to be petty. Yeah. That was to be petty.
And San Antonio has always been a pretty good championship team.
Nah, for sure. He just didn't win enough. I think he won one championship before Duncan got hurt. Yeah, got hurt that one year, which is how they got Duncan, and he was on his way out after that. Anyways, Duncan just kind of helped extend his career. And then he won, I think, one more with Duncan, one or two. I'm a little fuzzy on that. Moses Malone, give me Joker.
He's in the same category as Shaq. Just the power.
Yeah, just straight power, straight dominance. They're in another different conversation as far as dominance because when you start talking about rebounding, Moses Malone ain't no fucking joke.
Fo, baby.
That boy was Fo is legendary. Okay.
So switching topics real quick to the Golden State Warriors, 5-1 since JB
came
on board. I was wrong.
Told you.
Yeah, I did not see how with Jimmy Butler, who to me is not a real big household name, but the fact that now Steph is free to do Steph. Like his scoring average is up to like 23, 24 points a game now.
Yes.
Now that Butler came on, Draymond Green is playing a lot better. came on, and then you got the role players. Even Buddy Hield, I think, is playing a little bit better coming off the bench. Their defense is a lot better. Their defense
It
is
is.
outstanding.
It
It
is.
is
I think
outstanding. Yeah.
what Jimmy Butler did when we were talking about it on, I think week 1, Jimmy Butler slowed down the game, and not
Yeah.
in a bad way, but I think he gets to the line a lot, right?
He gets the
So
line.
what that does is that's going to help Steph those extra little 30 seconds of rest. You know what I mean?
Rest. Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
piling up
Go,
15.
go, go, go. Yeah.
Exactly. Instead of that constant back,
Good
because
point.
That's Steve Kerr style, constant back and
Right.
forth. And it
Yeah.
works. But Steph, 36 years old, you know what I mean? Just calling a spade, he ain't gonna
Right.
have it forever. So Jimmy Butler at the line 12, 14, 15, 16 times a game, that's gonna help slow that down. He
And give
don't
him
turn the
extra rest.
ball
Right.
over that much.
That's not
So
turning the
those
ball.
live
Right.
ball turnovers, that's going that the slow the game down thing for me was just it's something that don't show up in the box score as, oh, this is what slowing the game down does, but you can see it in things like points per game. Steph's points per
Yeah.
game is going up, his
Yeah.
field goal percentage is going up. You can
Turnovers
see
are
it,
going down.
Draymond's exactly, turnovers going
Yeah.
down, defensive
Yeah.
impact is up.
A
Those
lot.
little things that show up,
Yeah.
those are the things that show up in box score, but you wouldn't equate them to slowing the game down. You see what I mean?
All right. So they number 10 right now. Where do they finish?
Where do they finish? Give me 2 seconds. Let me look at this schedule real quick because I gotta
Right
see.
now they're behind Dallas.
Number
But
10, you said
half
they
a
just beat them
game.
too.
Yeah. But I think they're number 10. Dallas is 9.
The Warriors are number 9,
Okay.
currently in the play-in, 30
Right.
and 27, right behind Dallas. They're only a half a game behind Dallas because they just beat them.
They just beat them, right?
They are so okay. So in between them and 16. Well, shit, in between them and the Lakers, which is number 4,
4,
is
right?
5 games.
Okay. So do they pass the
Do they
Minnesota?
get out of the play-in? I think they
Yeah.
get out of the play-in.
I think they get out of the play-in too, honestly. Yeah, the way they're rolling right now, I think they actually pass Minnesota.
For sure.
I think they pass who else is up
They're
there?
gonna pass Dallas, no
Unless
doubt, because
yeah,
Dallas don't got AD anymore. So they're gonna pass Dallas. We'll see about Minnesota. They're starting to turn it around a little bit.
they're not really consistent though.
I don't have faith in the Clippers. That's who I think they'll
No?
pass.
Yeah, Kawhi's not playing either.
Yeah, I don't have faith in the Clippers.
Okay.
So I see the Clippers falling into the play-in. So they'll pass Dallas. No, they'll still only put them one more. So they'll have to pass one more team. It would have to be Minnesota or Houston, and
they're not passing Houston.
They're not passing Houston. I don't think so. Houston's going to keep winning. So it would have to be Minnesota. Do they pass Minnesota? Yeah, no, I'm standing on it. Yeah, they'll get out of the play-in.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, it was a little tricky at first, but they seem to have the train rolling now.
They 5-1.
Yeah, they 5-1 with Jimmy. So, yeah, that'd be good for Steph. That'd be good for Steph. I like
That's
Steph.
a win for me, by the way. All right.
Already
Moving
did.
on.